Happy hump day. Happy handicapping. It's your boy RJ Cash. We're going to hop into game 3. Blue Jays traveling to Seattle. Seattle is taking the first 2 games of this set. Click that like, hit subscribe. Check out all of our content. NHL show each day, and NBA, NFL, college basketball. NBA will be coming up next week, and then MLB. Let's hop right into it. Right now for the series, we are 1-2 in this series. 1-2. Yeah, 1-2 in the Seattle and Toronto series. There today on the hill, as far as the splits, Blue Jays plus $1.10 on the road. Seattle Mariners minus $1.30, the hometown team. Your over/under is set at 7. Now, right now, 50% of bets are split both ways, so even there. The handle a little different. 58% going to the Blue Jays, 42% to the Mariners. Now that over/under is 7. 76% of bets and 78% of the handle going to the over, especially after that explosion the Seattle Mariners had in game 2. 24% of bets and 22% of the handle going to the under. Obviously, the books are really going to need the under. I think you're going to see this split two-way action hold up in a lot of this. Again, Mariners have taken the first 2 games of this series 3-1 and 10-3. Blue Jays really wasted a great outing by Kevin Gausman. Your pitchers today, Blue Jays. This is why they went out and got him. Shane Bieber will get the call, 3-2 with a 3.51 ERA. Hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in each of his last 4 starts. That 3.51 is posted over his last 5. But George Kirby has been in fuego. 3-2 with a 2.30 ERA over his last 5 starts. He hasn't given up 2 runs in any of them. His last outing against Detroit in the playoffs, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 6 strikeouts. Back with the Angels, against the Angels, September 14th, he had 14 strikeouts. Kirby's last 5 games look like this from a strikeout prop perspective. He's had 6, 8, 10, 7, and 14. Just phenomenal strikeout numbers. Shane Bieber, he hasn't gotten over 5 yet. He hit that one time, 4 twice, 3-2. Against the Yankees, he only lasted 2 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs in that one. Neither one of these teams, neither one of these pitchers, rather, have faced the other team yet this year. So both lineups will be looking at these pitchers for the very first time. Toronto 7-3 straight up their last 10 games, but they're just 2-5 straight up the last 7 on the road. Seattle 5-1 over their last 6. Head-to-head, and this is another reason, not just the Mariners' output, but the reason you see that high bets and handle going to the over. 5 of the last 5 games, 5 straight in a row between these two teams when they've played in Seattle, 5 straight have hit the over. 6 of the last 7 between Seattle and Toronto has hit the over. Again, as always, I have a pit bull that absolutely loves Amazon, trash people, and the mailman, so you'll have to forgive them. The under has gone under, however, 5 of the last 6 games for the Seattle Mariners at home. When you look at this in the last 10 games, as far as favorites, home favorites, dog, away dog, as an away dog, Toronto is just 4-6. As a home favorite, the Mariners are 7-3. And also for over/under, as a home favorite, 5 of the last 10 have went over the total for the Seattle Mariners. Again, when you really look at this game, it's going to come down to the Blue Jays and Shane Bieber. They have got to get a great outing from him to even have a chance here. I will say this, if this game, if the Mariners are able to take game 3, obviously the series is over. I see no way whatsoever Toronto can run off 4 straight. So this is, I thought game 2 was a must win for Toronto, and that one got out of hand there halfway through. But this is definitely a must win for the Toronto Blue Jays. Mariners at home over their last 53 games are 37-16. If you have been taking the Mariners in all their home games, you're up 15.85 units during that span. Now, the Blue Jays, consequently, they are 81-51 over their last 132 games. Got hot there towards the end. You'd be up 21.74 units, but only a 32% return on your investment. The Mariners, not only have they been winning games, they've been covering the run line. Check this out. Mariners have covered the run line 19 of their last 28, 19-9 record. You'd be up 11.25 units and a 33% return on your investment. So obviously can definitely see there why you would want to side with the Mariners. Right now, minus a run and a half. They're plus 164. Again, Blue Jays at the plus 110. Let's get into the strikeout props here that FanDuel's got for us today. They do a great job. Also, DraftKings does a great job with this. But player strikeouts, Bobber over 4.5 is minus $1.44. Remember, over his last 5 starts, he's only gotten over that mark once. George Kirby over 4.5 minus $1.14. That's going to be a half unit play for me. I'm going to take George Kirby over 4.5 strikeouts there. I do think, like I said, when you look at the Blue Jays, I know Kirby's been great, but I think the Blue Jays are going to get the bats going. I mean, that lineup is just way too good, and they've actually hit the ball. They've just hit it right to the Mariners, right? It's not like they've been getting a ton of strikeouts here. So I like the Blue Jays to get the bats going. If you look at first 5 run line, minus a half run, just plus 104 for the Mariners. So I wouldn't go that way. Plus a half run for the Blue Jays, minus $1.35 on that. If you look at the alt total runs, over 5.5, minus 235. So again, I would look to put that with something. Maybe if you put that with with Kirby's strikeout prop. So let's say you were over 5.5, or you could actually go the other way and it'd be a little cheaper for you. You could go under 10.5 runs with, and let's just type this in here while we're doing it, over 10.5 runs, and let's get George Kirby over 4.5. That gets you plus under 10.5 runs for the game total. George Kirby over 4.5 strikeouts, plus 109 would be the amount there. So let's put a half unit on that. So we got a half unit on George Kirby over the 4.5 strikeouts, then a half unit on the under 10.5 alt total and George Kirby over 4.5 runs, plus $1.10 there on that. I'm looking to see if they have the team total runs, because that's a prop that's really helped us. Here we go. Mariners for the day over 3.5. Blue Jays are over 3.5. But here's the difference for the Mariners. It's minus $1.13. Blue Jays to get over 3.5 is at plus money. But if you do the alt total with the Blue Jays over 2.5, so let's say you do Blue Jays over 2.5 runs, and the under 10.5 gets you plus $1.17 on that bet. Or you could do a little alt total again. I really like these because you can really find some good value in these 2 and 3 team little parlays with it. Again, I like the Blue Jays today, but let's get a little insurance. If we go over 2.5 runs in the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays plus a run and a half here, that will put you minus 127 for that. So yeah, don't like that as much. But if you could find something, maybe there's some hitter props you like, that over 2.5 runs alt total, I like that. Ultimately, George Kirby over 4.5 strikeouts for a half run, for a half unit rather. Then we're going to take George Kirby over 4.5 strikeouts and under 10.5 total runs for the game, plus $1.17 for a half unit. And then I can't help but do it because, again, the series is over if it goes any other way. The Blue Jays plus $1.10 double unit play is going to be the play today. We're going to follow the Blue Jays. Listen, if they lose this one, their season's definitely done. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. Check out our NHL and pro football shows today, along with our college breakdown of tonight's game. We got 2 games on the slate, and then we're also releasing our college breakdown of East Carolina and Tulsa for Thursday night. NFL, we have the Steelers-Bengals breakdown. Click that like, hit subscribe. God bless and happy handicapping.